The evening started like any other family gathering, but what transpired next would leave even the most seasoned entertainment reporters stunned. Sources close to the situation reveal that Wang Yibo's spontaneous gesture during what was supposed to be a quiet family dinner has created ripples that extend far beyond the dining room walls. The question on everyone's lips: what could possibly drive the typically composed Wang Yibo to such an emotional breaking point that he would abandon all decorum and sprint frantically around the room? But here's where the story takes an even more dramatic turn. The tears that followed weren't tears of sadness, and Wang Yibo's panic wasn't what anyone expected. The revelation comes at a time when both celebrities have maintained strict privacy about their personal lives, making this unprecedented glimpse into their private world all the more extraordinary. Industry insiders are calling it the most emotionally charged moment they've witnessed in years, with some suggesting that what happened that evening will fundamentally change how fans perceive both stars forever. And if you think you know what caused Xiao Zhan's mother to break down in tears, prepare to have your assumptions completely shattered. The dinner that changed everything, the intimate gathering, took place at what sources describe as a carefully selected private venue, away from the prying eyes of paparazzi and fans. The atmosphere, according to witnesses present that evening, was initially warm and welcoming, with conversations flowing naturally between the small group of attendees. Xiao Zhan's mother, known for her reserved and gracious demeanor, appeared relaxed and comfortable as the evening progressed. However, the tranquil atmosphere would soon be disrupted in the most unexpected way possible. What started as a seemingly innocent moment during the meal would quickly escalate into a scene that left everyone present questioning whether they were witnessing a private family moment or a dramatic performance worthy of the silver screen. The turning point came when Wang Yibo, who had been unusually quiet during the first part of the dinner, suddenly stood up from his chair. Witnesses describe his expression as a mixture of determination and nervous energy, as if he had been building up courage for what was about to unfold. The room fell silent, with all eyes focused on the young performer who seemed to be gathering himself for something significant. What happened next defied all expectations and protocols of formal dinner etiquette. Wang Yibo, known for his composed and professional demeanor in public settings, began what can only be described as the most heartfelt and emotionally charged speech anyone present had ever witnessed. His words, delivered with raw sincerity, contained revelations that would leave even his closest confidants surprised. The content of his speech, while kept confidential by those present, was described as deeply personal and unexpectedly vulnerable. Sources suggest that Wang Yibo's words touched on subjects that he had never publicly discussed, revealing aspects of his character and feelings that even longtime fans had never glimpsed. The emotional weight of his words was evident not just in his delivery, but in the immediate impact they had on everyone present. As Wang Yibo continued speaking, the atmosphere in the room shifted dramatically. What had begun as a formal dinner gathering transformed into something far more intimate and emotionally charged. The carefully maintained boundaries between professional acquaintances and personal relationships seemed to dissolve as authentic emotions took center stage. The moment that broke the internet, the pivotal moment arrived when Wang Yibo's speech reached its emotional crescendo. Witnesses describe his voice breaking with emotion as he delivered what insiders are calling the most genuine expression of gratitude and respect they had ever witnessed from the typically reserved performer. The sincerity in his words was so profound that it created an atmosphere of raw emotional authenticity that left no one present unmoved. It was at this precise moment that Xiao Zhan's mother, who had been listening intently throughout Wang Yibo's speech, was overcome with emotion. The tears that began to fall were not tears of distress or discomfort, but rather tears of profound touching and appreciation. Those present describe her reaction as immediate and genuine, a testament to the powerful impact of Wang Yibo's words. The sight of Xiao Zhan's mother in tears triggered an immediate and instinctive response from Wang Yibo. His composed demeanor completely abandoned him as panic set in, believing that he had somehow caused distress to someone he deeply respected. What followed was a scene that witnesses describe as both endearing and slightly chaotic, as Wang Yibo's concern overcame his usual collected nature. Without hesitation, Wang Yibo began moving frantically around the room, his panic evident as he searched for ways to ensure Xiao Zhan's mother's well-being. His actions, while well-intentioned, created a moment of controlled chaos as he attempted to address what he perceived as a crisis of his own making. The image of the usually composed performer running around the dining area in genuine concern has become one of the most talked about moments in recent entertainment history. The irony of the situation was not lost on those present. Wang Yibo's beautiful gesture had moved Xiao Zhan's mother to tears of appreciation, but his interpretation of those tears as distress led to his frantic response. It was a moment that perfectly captured the genuine care and respect that exists between these individuals, stripped of all pretense and public relations management. Behind the panic, what really motivated Wang Yibo? To understand the full significance of Wang Yibo's reaction, it's essential to delve deeper into the context surrounding this extraordinary evening. Industry sources reveal that Wang Yibo had been planning this moment for weeks, carefully considering not just his words, but the appropriate setting and timing for what he knew would be a deeply meaningful gesture. The preparation that went into this evening extended far beyond simple dinner arrangements. Wang Yibo, according to close associates, had been consulting with cultural advisors and etiquette experts to ensure that his gesture would be both appropriate and meaningful within the context of traditional Chinese values and modern entertainment industry relationships. His panic upon seeing tears was rooted in a deep-seated fear that he had somehow crossed cultural or personal boundaries. The respect he holds for Xiao Zhan's family, particularly his mother, is so profound that the thought of causing any discomfort was genuinely distressing to him. This level of concern and respect has surprised even those who know Wang Yibo well, revealing a depth of character that extends far beyond his public persona. The frantic running around the room while appearing chaotic to observers was actually Wang Yibo's attempt to immediately rectify what he perceived as a serious mistake. His actions included attempting to bring water, seeking out tissues, and even considering calling for medical assistance before being reassured by other guests that the tears were positive rather than distressing. This response has been interpreted by cultural experts as indicative of Wang Yibo's genuine respect for traditional values and his understanding of the importance of maintaining harmonious relationships with the families of his colleagues. His immediate assumption that tears indicated distress, rather than appreciation, speaks to his awareness of cultural sensitivities and his desire to always err on the side of caution when it comes to respecting others. The authenticity of his panic has resonated strongly with fans and industry professionals alike. In an era where many celebrity interactions feel scripted and calculated, Wang Yibo's genuine, unguarded response to what he perceived as a crisis has been refreshing and endearing to observers. The speech that changed perspectives. While the exact content of Wang Yibo's speech remains confidential out of respect for the private nature of the gathering, sources close to the situation have provided insights into the themes and emotional tone that made such a powerful impact on all present, particularly Xiao Zhan's mother. The speech reportedly began with Wang Yibo expressing gratitude for the opportunities he had been given to work alongside talented individuals in the entertainment industry. However, it quickly evolved into something much more personal and profound, touching on themes of mentorship, family values, and the importance of maintaining authentic relationships in an industry often characterized by superficial connections. Those present describe Wang Yibo's words as coming from a place of deep sincerity, with none of the polished delivery typically associated with public appearances or press conferences. Instead, his speech was characterized by natural pauses, emotional inflections, and the kind of authentic vulnerability that can only come from genuine feeling, rather than practiced performance. One particularly moving element of the speech involved Wang Yibo's reflection on the concept of chosen family within the entertainment industry. His words reportedly explored how professional relationships can evolve into something deeper and more meaningful, creating bonds that extend beyond work obligations into genuine care and respect for one another's well-being and success.